Hi, and welcome back. Today I will be starting part three, the final part of the novel. And in this section, everything comes together. I'm a firm believer that we are all connected, and you'll really see this theme woven through now. Also, very influential during my time in Asia is meditation, and you see this come through with monk. We started off with that meditative breathing in the Bayon, and we'll kind of reach the conclusion with that meditation as well. And all of the male narrators, they need to find their peace, and now it's their turn. Once again, I have to stop and place my hand on the ancient stone wall and remember. It comes back to me, the soothing rhythm that gently soared from the inner core of the Bayon Temple as it spilled out into the humidity of that day. I remove my flip-flops just as I did back then and proceed through the doorway and down the stairs. I see them as though it were yesterday, sitting cross-legged on a sandy floor in a loose circle. Their slender bodies are draped in orange robes. Shaved heads are bowed, hands are in prayer position, lips are gracefully moving, expelling the sacred words of Buddha into a darkened, incense-filled cavern. Back in the recesses of my mind, I remember being enthralled by the pleasure of listening to them chant. I shut my eyes, allowing their chant to infiltrate into every pore. My lips smile in memory of the beauty that was once ours and the peace we once felt. I sit where the monks sat, cross my legs, and begin to meditate. Rising, falling. I watch my breath, waiting for it to lead me to peace. But I find it challenging to calm my mind, for my breath remembers the last time I was here. I sputter and choke, each inhalation and exhalation sticks, not wanting to release. As I breathe, my body remembers what I have tried to forget. The base of my neck tightens, and the tightness works its way up into my head, squeezing remnants of memory underneath the surface. I try to still my mind. Rise, fall. But my mind runs with images of the young, determined faces of the Khmer Rouge and the herds of monks drowning in a large sea of swishing orange robes. Inhale, exhale. The weight of dead bodies pounds my chest like arduous raindrops. I cannot see, I cannot breathe. Rise, fall, rise, fall. My memory slaps forth the smells of urine and excrement to assault me. Fear stomps on my tongue, keen to be vomited out. Inhale, exhale. I see my executioner's shovel spatter my brains across the crumpled mountain of bloodied orange robes around me. Rise, fall. I cannot catch my breath. An ocean of red washes over Cambodia in giant scarlet waves that carry salted tears. Time consumes me, chopping away at my flesh until it loosens, falling in shredded chunks from my bones into an earth saturated in blood. As time takes what is left of me, I am no more than a broken shell of scattered remains that has joined the scarlet flood. Inhale, exhale, I've lost my breath. My fear screams louder than the voice of humanity that calls me back. I don't want to be reincarnated. I don't want to go back to Cambodia. I don't want to go back, my fear screams. Rise, fall. I cannot catch my breath. Images flash before my eyes as time turns backwards. The hollowed eyes of skeletons peer out at me from beneath the blue plastic bags that are tied around their necks. There is so much blood. I don't know where it all goes or how the earth is able to hold on to the pain that seeps into her. Where do my people's tears grow? An image of Pol Pot's colorless heart chases me in endless circles until I am dizzy and I fall, unable to continue. The colorless heart taunts me, kicks at my sides, and then dances away in victory. My eyes regain their ability to focus, just as the colorless heart turns back to face me and smiles. Khmer Rouge soldiers spring free from evil's mouth, their red and white checked karmas flapping in the stilled air. Evil dances, and I lie on the ground, paralyzed. The dance increases in intensity, and blood spurts from the fingertips of the Khmer Rouge. Blood creeps down their fingers, around their wrists, and twists up their arms. Blood wraps around their necks and flows down into bruised hearts. I lie on the ground, unable to move, watching evil dance around me. I've seen evil. Evil smashed my skull. Evil took my compassion and fed me guilt. My shame burned brightly, feeding my guilt until it became me. I let evil win. Breathe, I tell myself. Breathe. I will soon feel a magnetic pull claim me from the spirit realm and place me back on earth. I will be pulled as a flower is plucked from its stem, pulled into my next life. I will no longer carry the burden of my guilt. I watched Aruni carry someone else's burden as her own. I watched her sink in despair because of them. But I will not do this to her unborn child. I snap back to the present and I sit, stilled by the recollection. My breath calms me. Clarity descends upon me. Rather than wearing the burden of my guilt fresh on my skin, I wash it away and forgive myself for not wanting to go back. I exit the Bayon and see Soldier and Raven waiting for me over by a collection of small restaurants. Walking toward them, I look back one last time at the peaceful faces of the four-headed crown towers and silently pray to Lord Buddha, knowing that Aruni has learned to let go of her guilt and will live her life as she should, in happiness. So we know where Monk's spirit is going to be reincarnated. Let's see what happens with Raven tomorrow. Thank you for listening, and please subscribe to my channel.